Friend, by the way, I saw her on the guest list.
I know.
Voice is doing well. You know, it premiered after the Super Bowl with like absurd ratings.
I never watch the show. Does he do what you do? Is he a judge?
He's a judge.
Yeah, sort of.
Mentor though, too.
Mentor,
Like did like X Factor.
What's up, Adam? Welcome back, sir.
It begins.
I know. I try to stand far back, but
We're rolling deep today.
wow.
Yeah, we got like 500 people here. This is Jordan Felstein, manager extraordinaire.
How's it going?
Rolling deep today.
Sean Tejas, Gene Hong,
How you doing, man?
Chad Dennis,
Good, man. You?
Good, thanks.
Carlene,
Hello, hello.
of course.
Last but certainly not least.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
One
need to
star.
intro you.
So, Adam, with everything going on with your success on The Voice, are you going to offer Howard some advice with his America's Got Talent? You know, which is starting up. He's already started some of the judging process. So.
We'll talk about it. It'll be interesting. I can't wait to see like what he thinks about the whole thing. It's pretty crazy.
Cool.
I'm sure he was definitely. Because even though he's done everything kind of and can handle anything, I'm sure it's probably different than anything he's ever done before. So.
Right, and he was talking this morning about how this is the first time he's not really in control when he's on a show versus...
Yeah, we gotta let that go right away.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's totally... You try to control things, but if you try to control too much, you lose your mind. So it's... Yeah, I can't wait to hear how and this is a little different, you know, because it's not just singing, it's a bunch of different things, and the system is different too. So, but it'd be cool to talk about it.
All right, we'll see you in the studio, man.
Adam Levine is here, but I don't know if he's ready to go. He just got up here. I was just looking at pictures of his girlfriend in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Oh,
Look
really?
at her.
She's a swimsuit model?
Yeah, very hot.
Or a Sports Illustrated model. They do more than swimsuits.
What's her name?
I don't
What?
know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Is she here?
She's here.
So why don't they put her
She's
name?
here, too?
Because Will's bringing in the note now. Adam wants to come in alone first.
Oh, okay.
And then he
Yeah.
figures
He knows you'll never speak to him again.
Right. If she comes in, I won't speak to
He
him.
knows the show so well. He's like, I'll come in, and then I'm sure he'll bring her in a little while.
Adam Levine is the lead singer of Maroon 5, and he's also on the show The Voice, which is now...
Judge and mentor on The Voice.
He is now actually... The Voice is tied with American Idol at viewers at 16.1.
Yeah, it's doing really well.
Yeah, doing well. There he is.
And they've
Look at
already
him.
been renewed for another season. Hello.
There you are, man.
He's gorgeous.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What do you mean he's gorgeous? He's not that hot.
It just came out of me. I couldn't help it.
You get that a lot,
I was
huh?
looking at his ass.
Don't look at his ass. Leave the guy
I
alone.
don't have an ass.
You got a cute ass.
Get out of here.
Do girls think you're cuter now because of The Voice?
I definitely. Do I just talk? There's no mic.
You
It's
got it.
right there. We got like a singer's mic on you.
Shit! Wow.
Look, you see right next to your mouth?
Right next
is a
to your
mic.
mouth. Right coming down from your... There it is.
Oh fuck! I feel like I'm in sync or something.
So how you doing? Yeah, right. In Sync, I used to carry one of those little headset mics.
Right.
I could never get down with that. That's
Yeah,
weird.
no, because when you're a singer, you want to hold the microphone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know who just did that? Is David Lee Roth. I was shocked.
What'd he do?
I wasn't there, but I guess when Van Halen just played, he had one of those things. And
The
I'm like, that's
headphone?
kinda like,
The headset?
Nah, it's like very cool.
Did you go to see those guys when they played?
No, but I heard that it was kind of amazing. I heard
It was.
great.
I actually think this is the weird thing about the record business. I think the song Tattoo is a really good song. Have you heard the single?
I haven't the new single. A little bit. I saw the video for a minute.
I thought it was
cool.
really good. I'm a big Van Halen fan.
Would you pass them through? Would you turn around for Van Halen?
Come on.
I would.
Of course I would. Well, I love Ross too. He was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's just so amazing. You know, he still sounds great too.
He sounds really good. And the song Tattoo is great.
I
but
keep singing it over and over again. It's a great
Yeah,
song.
but they always make me happy. I love them.
But I was reading that the new album or the new single, like no one's buying it, no one cares, no one is paying attention. And
That's the music
It's
industry.
just hard, man. You know what? God bless them. They've been doing it forever. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like, it's tough, dude. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
it
tough.
is.
It's tough for anyone to do it.
you know, it's weird. I used to like look at rock stars and think, oh my God, that's the one job I'd always want. And now sort of there's been a shift in my psyche because I look at it and I go, what a horrible life, because there's no guarantee. No, it's a great life. Don't get me wrong.
if you get it.
If you get
Yeah.
it, but it's almost impossible to maintain it. And it's like,
Listen, man, it's so fun. I mean, I have to disagree with you because a lot of people don't appreciate what they have got, regardless of what they do or how
Right.
successful they are or not. You know, I think the key is kind of if you can make yourself happy in any situation. Because I remember some of the best times in my life, I was like totally broke and, you know, wanted to be a musician, and that was my life and my passion. It's always been the same thing.
Right.
And this has all been obviously crazy crazy and incredible, but it's hard. I appreciate it, you know, and if I appreciate it, it's really fun and it's easy to manage, even though you're busy all the time and it's crazy.
I know you appreciate it, but it used to be very different. Like with Maroon 5, with the amount of hits they've had, and the touring and stuff, the record industry used to be so powerful that you would still you would put out an album. Like I read you're worth $15 million. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but if you were putting out records 20 years ago, you'd probably be worth $80 million.
Yeah, you'd put $150 million.
Yeah, you have to relate it to like back in the day music business compared to now music business.
Right.
I mean, it's funny because it's so crazy. I mean, people used to have. I mean, if you were like a low mid-level band, you like definitely had a plane.
Right.
It was crazy, and it was so bloated and completely out of control. I mean, it's kind of better in a way because you're dealing with music.
Right.
So the fact that it got so out of control and people made a lot of mistakes, people died, and it was really excessive. And so, in a way, I feel like we're in an advantage being in it now because we can control it more.
I feel bad for people, young people who are like, you know, sort of now just getting into the music scene because
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. I remember, like, as a kid, I worshiped bands. I mean, and I worshiped the cover art on the album. I loved the whole
records.
I knew everything about a band. Now it's kind of like everybody's interchangeable, and
it seems like, you know,
it's tough. It's just tough.
Yeah, the top of the charts just changes all the time, and you could have one big hit and then you're gone.
How did you end up working with Christina Aguilera on Moves Like Jagger? Because was that a result of The Voice from you guys just hanging out?
Yeah, well, it was funny because the whole story behind the song is crazy. It's just how it came about and everything. But
how did it come about? Because I get the sense that it was just like all of a sudden you guys looked at each other. Hey, we're on The Voice. Let's just go in a studio and try something.
That's essentially what happened. I mean, I would have always thought about her just because her voice is so
amazing,
crazy. You know,
she can sing anything, can't she?
Listen, man. You know, she's unbelievable, and so it was also kind of the synergy of everything kind of coming together with the show and thinking, okay, this does need a female vocal. That was the consensus.
But by the way, when you signed with The Voice, were you initially upset that she was hired for more money than all the other judges? Did that bum you out?
In the very, very beginning, no, because you gotta get the show off the ground, and she's Christina fucking Aguilera.
Right.
So I was totally fine with that. I was like, okay, well, I'm me and she's her. So
right.
That makes total
sense.
sense.
She has a big career.
And honestly, the money thing, I mean, we got hooked up and everything's cool, and you know, things have been kind of remedied now because I do feel like the chemistry of the whole team together is so hugely important.
Yeah, I just read that you guys renegotiated or something.
We got we all had big raises and stuff. It was great. And
had you signed for many, many years, and so when you go in and renegotiate, are you sort of behind the 8 ball because NBC was probably smart. They signed you for 5 years.
3.
For 3.
Yeah.
And so in the second year, The Voice was a hit the first year. So they probably, you know, to go in and say I want more money, they could have held you up to the contract, right?
They always can. I mean, you know how that goes down. It's kind of like a good faith thing,
right?
And you know, so everything in either live television shows, and everyone wants to be happy and kept happy and everything. So at the end of the day, I'm cool with where we're at, and you can't haggle too much over things like that as far as comparisons are concerned because there's like an intangible thing.
How hard was it for you to decide to do The Voice? Because here you got to be sitting there going, hey, I still have a music career. I got a band, Maroon 5. I want to have my musical credibility. You don't know if the show's going to be a hit. You can end up being a fucking joke, an asterisk in like the biggest rock star mistakes, like Billy Squier rolling around on a floor.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
when they put it that way, it was a lot scarier. I might come in here before I made the decision and decided not to do it.
Who decides that you get the offer? How'd you get the offer for The Voice?
Well, it is funny. We came in there, and it was Mark Burnett. I got to give him all the credit in the world because he was really persuasive and kind of came in, and the band was an interesting point at that particular moment. Our third record come out. It was doing by all standards really well, so there was nothing to complain about. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as big as the first two, so it's like, okay, this isn't, you know, the singles weren't kind of taking off the way we wanted to. Things were okay, but not great. And
were you starting to feel like it was kind of over for the band?
I wouldn't say that. It was never over. I mean, we can still go tour the whole world and play huge venues and have an amazing time.
Right.
It's more a matter of like, okay, well, I think we need to make a move. We need to do something, you know.
Right.
And this came around at a particularly good time. And Mark was really convincing. The idea was great. I watched the Dutch version of the show. You know, we did it in Holland.
Yeah.
The energy of it was really cool. names like CeeLo Green started coming up, and Christina, and I didn't know who Blake was at the
Were
time.
you the first guy to sign?
I think it was like I remember getting confirmation that like I guess CeeLo or Christina was going to sign.
Were you bummed out at first, like when you had to go to the band, and were they enthusiastic? Because Steven Tyler had a fucking nightmare with Aerosmith. Joe Perry was completely freaked out by this.
It wasn't like that. I mean, it was. There was skepticism, definitely, but it wasn't like. You know, I don't think anybody was saying, "Oh God, you're going to ruin all of our rock credibility." You know, Maroon 5 is not. We're not.
But I mean, but since you're on The Voice, and you're now tied with American Idol in the ratings, 16.1 million viewers, which is awesome, right? I bet you never expected that.
No.
I find the show better than America's Got Talent. It's a little more fun.
American Idol, you mean?
Yeah, American Idol. It's not better than America's Got Talent. Yeah,
Nothing's better than America's Got Talent.
Let me tell you, I just did my first taping of America's Got Talent.
I was going to ask you, yeah.
It was so fucking fun. I've never had more fun in my life.
Really fun, right?
It is insanely fun.
I knew you were going to love it. It's so funny because when I knew I was coming in here, I was thinking to myself, we got to talk about that whole experience.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But getting back to this, you go to the band.
Yeah.
And you've got to say, look, I'm going to now be a judge on a reality show. They don't know what The Voice is, this and that. So some of the guys are freaking out.
For a coach over at The Voice. It's a coach.
Right, coach.
Oh, it's a coach.
Yeah.
But hasn't it been, I have to think that this has been huge for Maroon 5, right? Like a revival of sorts.
Absolutely. Well, listen, it's funny because doing the show was kind of like the Jagger tune, right? It was, and they actually came at the same time, which was funny. But basically, it came down to this. I've been doing this for, I mean, really 18 years in this band with these guys. Right. 10 years of just unbelievable success. And we were at a point where it was a crossroads of sorts. And so we thought, okay, let's just do these two things that could either, it was almost like there was no middle ground. It was like either this is going to catapult us into the stratosphere in a way like never before.
Right.
Or it's going to suck, and people are going to think we're assholes. And how dare you write a song by Mick Jagger, you shithead.
Yeah, right.
And the show tanks, and I want to kill myself.
Right.
It was like there was only really two options, and I'm really happy that it worked out.
The song kind of evolved because at that point, like right in the beginning, you're saying, hey, as long as I'm doing the show, I might as well do something with Christina Aguilera. So you approach her?
Well, it was a delicate thing. Basically, I keep saying his name because, in all honesty, he was so... Mark Burnett was so instrumental in a lot of this.
Even getting the song together?
I'm just saying, like no, yes. Well, I played him the tune. My car actually, so when my car died, one day we were shooting the
You wrote the
first
song?
blind auditions. I co-wrote the song with about 500 other people, which I'll tell you about later because that was a first for me.
Right.
I'd never done that before. But I got in the car. He gave me a ride home, and I was like, "Hey man, check this song out." I was really pumped and excited about the song, and he thought, "Oh my God, we got to do this on the show." Blah blah blah. And so it kind of started with him being a huge champion of the song, which was awesome.
Right.
And saying, we got to do another show, but we got to do it with another coach and all this stuff. And the producers and writers and we all talked about it being a female vocalist on the thing. So I go, hey, okay, obviously we know our choice.
So is Christina tough to get to do the song? I mean, is she, because it seems like she plays hard to get.
No, she was like, yeah, cool.
She was cool.
I was gone. I was in like, oh shit. Sorry.
Do you go in the studio with her or you do it separately?
No, well, this happened usually, absolutely. I like to always be there. But she was in the States, or she was in L.A., and I was in Asia or something. And so we kind of talked for a minute, and she did. I knew what she, like I said, what's she going to screw up? She's Christina.
This is a sensitive subject with women, but why do you think she got so heavy? Is she upset? Is she, what, she used to be so fucking hot. What is that?
To tell you the truth, man.
And her clothes are too tight. Right? Am I right or am I wrong with this, Adam?
Clothes are tight. She likes to wear tight clothes.
Yeah, but
she's
I mean,
clearly,
when you're
she
a
clearly
plus
likes
size
to talk
woman,
about, being comfortable being a woman and snapping her fingers and doing the whole thing.
Yeah, but when you're a plus size woman, you can't wear the tight clothes anymore. It's just
I
not
don't think
happening.
she's plus size.
She's
yet.
plus size.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
it.
that far, actually.
You don't even know what a plus size is.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
Robin, do you think she's over a 12?
She's over a size 12. Adam, what size is she?
I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut.
You got
She's
something
a
good
little
going.
girl. She's not a 12.
She and I have had, obviously we've been at odds a little bit, but she and I are cool. I was going to tell you, we don't spend that much time together. Like a lot of it's
But the odds, this is a funny thing you bring up because now I'm on America's Got Talent. And I walked in. I've spoken about it for about an hour and a half this morning. How much fucking fun I've had, and the fans are going to come in. We have this audience, so it's great. It's like the Thunderdome in there, and it was just a blast. And I really enjoy my co-judges, Howie Mandel and Sharon Osbourne, and
Well, you know Sharon probably. You know both of them really
I know them really well,
Yeah.
and we just had a blast. So I'm thinking. The rumor was that Christina would come in and then make you guys wait for like hours or something. And that would make me, I would go mental.
I did
Adam,
a
I'd go
little in the
yeah.
beginning. I did in the beginning. I mean, it drove me crazy.
How do you deal with that?
You just don't, it doesn't bother you anymore. First of all,
She's still doing
well,
it?
first of all, let me back up a second.
She hasn't changed.
Hold on a minute. Let me back up a minute so I don't get myself in
She
trouble.
was eating.
No, stop it.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
She, in the beginning, she was late and shit, and then like she stopped doing it, and it wasn't a big deal. It was over. It was
Right.
fine. It wasn't.
Did you talk
It doesn't
to her?
happen anymore at all.
Did you talk to her about it?
I didn't really. She and I had like, a thing in the beginning where it was a little.
Sexual attention?
No, not sex. And by the way, everyone says that. No, not at all.
You don't think she's into you?
That was never. Absolutely not. That was never part of anything. It was more just like we bickered, but it's done, and she's cool, and we're cool, and like, and she's never late anymore. So.
When you bicker because now that I'm on one of these shows, I totally get how closely you work with everyone.
Yeah.
If you bicker, someone's got to come in and sort of broker this thing and help to negotiate the peace. I mean,
Yeah, probably. I mean, listen, it never got to the point where it was so. Also, well, the difference though between the two shows that we do is that on our show we're competing for someone to be on our team.
yeah, it's a weird.
That's a lot more gnarly. And I
Right.
guarantee you there would be a lot more bickering if you guys were doing that.
Oh, we had plenty of bickering.
Yeah,
we
I'm sure.
really did.
I love the fact that you all know each other too, and you're
Yeah.
all so cool. It seems like
We had instant
You guys
chemistry.
had to get to know each other, didn't you? You didn't really know.
I knew CeeLo.
Uh-huh.
I had met CeeLo a few times. He's the friggin' best dude.
Seems like a good
He's been
dude.
here. Has he been here yet?
No.
I don't think so. Maybe
You gotta get him in here.
Yeah.
He'll be great here. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a genuine nice guy. The country guy seems nice too, but I don't like his music.
I didn't know Blake at all. I was like, when I first signed up for the show, I was when Blake Shelton's gonna do it too. I was like, cool.
Right.
Like, who's that? Here's what I love so much about that guy. He should come in here too. You'd have a blast with him because he kind of.
I think he benefited the most from the show because no one knew who the fuck he was.
I think we all benefited a
No,
lot.
I'm saying
But
you all
no,
did,
no
but-
one necessarily knew. He was a country guy. He was
Right.
very kind of in that insulated like country world. But what I love about Blake is that he totally demolishes all stereotypes about country artists.
Right.
Super liberal. Really, I mean, he hunts and shit, which is crazy. But he like sends me pictures of
He
shit
has
he
to
kills.
do that, yeah.
He'll send me a
Look
picture
here.
of like, a skunk with an arrow through its head. He'll like text it to me. I'd be like, dude, come on, man.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Are you friendly with these guys now? Would you get together with them outside of the show?
So close. Like, you know,
Really?
and obviously, like with guys, it's different. Christina is a little more guarded because she's a girl and she's the only girl.
So she's the one that's a separate from you guys. But New
no,
Year's
not
Eve,
really.
you were with Blake Shelton, his wife, and Kelly Clarkson was in
And
that
Kelly
group.
Clarkson, yeah,
Where
we-
do you go New Year's Eve to be together?
We were in a funny place on New Year's Eve. We were in Tisha, or where the fuck were we? Can someone tell me where?
Where
my
were
friends
you?
are all in there.
You don't
they'll
know
tell
where you're like
It was
me, you don't know where you are.
Oh, I never know where I am.
Right.
Like Houston or just outside of Houston or somewhere in Texas.
This was at his home?
No, we did a show at a casino. It was just like kind of a money gig.
I see.
But
What do you
it's
mean
kinda
by
like,
a money gig?
like a gig that we would not necessarily go out of our way to play on New Year's Eve unless we made a lot of money.
When you say a lot of money, everyone gets what, $1 million?
I'm not gonna say
Tell me, I'm comfortable with it.
a bunch of dough.
I'm comfortable with
It
you
was
telling me.
a very, very lucrative show. Let's just leave it at that.
Is it $1 million?
Less,
Less,
but a lot still.
but over 500,000.
I mean, it's a bunch of dough. Let's go on. Let's move
Wow.
on.
What are you worth now?
Like $1 billion.
Are you worth over $15 million?
Like I was like $7.
Right.
But hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Where you were on New Year's.
Oh yeah. Oh, so wait, this is great. So Blake, who is the greatest, he was there with Kelly and his wife, and he has a ranch, right?
Right.
He has a ranch like 30 minutes outside of where we played. So I thought to myself, oh, this is the one seriously redeeming quality of this night, which is we can go back to his place and have a fun time.
Right.
And he lives on like, he's got like a jillion acres in the middle of nowhere, and
Right.
he lives in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. So we spent the night, me and my girlfriend spent the night at his place. It's so different than anything you could possibly ever experience because it's just straight up country, right? You get
What do you
there,
mean?
He just he lives in this like metal shack.
Oh, God.
When I say,
Does
I
he
mean,
have slaves?
no, I don't think so. I didn't see any.
I think they still allow
They
that there.
hide
yeah,
Yeah, right.
he could if he wanted to. But
It's a metal shack. I would think a guy like that would have tons of dough and
he does. But
Yeah.
this is why I love him. Is because he's got
he's keeping it
tons
real.
of dough, but he
Right.
keeps it so real. But it's funny because you walk in and it's just literally made out of like metal, and you're like, cool, cool, and it's all it's like a tiny, it's like not tiny, it's like a 3,000 square foot shack, and his wife hates it. His wife's like, when you build a house, you son of a bitch, like,
Right.
you're fucking rich, what's wrong with you? But he has like this, you walk in and it's just overwhelming amounts of deer heads and like anything you could kill in the area is dead, and like in his living room.
And like, what are you, like a vegetarian, and you don't even kill animals?
I'm not weird
right,
like that.
right,
I don't give a shit. But I it was just it was a funny 2-day kind of vacation.
And what is Kelly Clarkson doing in that group? What's her story?
She recorded with a country artist not too long ago.
Yeah, Jason Aldean.
So she's friends there too. Hey, did he have any like Jews heads on the?
They were
There
talking
aren't
about
any
maybe
Jews
wanting
in
one.
Oklahoma, so he hasn't shot one yet.
I was still getting a little scared.
Right.
He gave me a 5-minute head start, told me to run out into the.
So Kelly Clarkson's in with that group?
Yeah, well,
Is she a
was
cool
staying.
chick?
She's great. She's super great, and so talented.
What do musicians do when they hang together? Do they ever do a sing along, or do you ever start jamming all of a sudden?
Most of the musicians I know actually don't like to do that.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's kind of, if someone ever does, it's super like uncomfortable. Like,
Does anyone ever say, "Hey, hey, we're all sitting here. Let's write a song and market this thing"? Does anyone? That doesn't happen, right?
It has to be really. I think that what happens with musicians is that they have to kind of. And by the way, Miranda, Blake's wife, is amazing.
What do you mean amazing?
Incredible singer, incredible country singer. But yeah, I think it's like everyone is so delicate and like doesn't want to kind of infringe on someone else's. Doesn't want to be not cool and kind of do something that's going to make them uncomfortable.
Does Kelly Clarkson have a boyfriend, or is she just hanging out?
Idea. I don't.
She was there solo.
She was staying at their, country estate retreat, doing
Tin house.
something. Oh, she was on the show. That's what it was. She was on the show, so she was like a mentor. She was like a guest.
I see. And she too let her weight go. What is with these girls?
Slimmed
Stop
down.
it.
She
Who's
looks good
heavier,
on the Grammys.
Christina or Kelly Clarkson?
I'm not.
Go ahead, Adam.
I don't know.
I'm bowing out of this conversation.
Come on, man. Get some
Come
fucking
on.
balls on you. Let's get into
man,
it. Who's heavier? Come on.
It's
let's
so
go.
easy.
So ridiculous.
I was coming here today, and I was like, all right, like, don't get trapped into these.
No, but when you're in listen, you're a mentor. Do you ever say, and I am a judge on America's Got Talent, and I do say this to the women, it is about appearances. There was a comedian audition. I can't give away too many details, but listen, I talked about appearance.
Well, again, on The Voice, it is all about the voice.
I was so excited to watch you on that show. I just it's so fun. I mean, the show was cool. I had never really seen it.
Right.
We were on it actually, which is
right.
kind of lame that we hadn't seen it. But
right.
The minute I heard you were doing it, first of all, I got much more excited about coming in here and talking to you about it. And second of all, I thought to myself, oh man, I'm so watching this. I can't wait. Because I know you're definitely going to piss people off.
No, in fact, I was the sensitive judge.
But you're going to be that guy. You'll be both, but like you're going to piss people off more than most. You're going to go
I only got
further
into
than most
one
people would
fight
go.
with one guy who gave me some shit, and I fucking gave it back to him.
What? This is
Would you curse?
contestant?
What about cursing?
I didn't
I'm
curse.
bad with cursing.
No, I can. Listen, I was on terrestrial radio for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't curse. So I know it's a family show. I can't curse on there.
When you went to the series, did you like start cursing so constantly because you finally felt free? You could.
Oh,
like,
here?
Say,
Yeah.
Fuck, shit ass pussy.
Oh yeah, pussy, cunt, everything I use.
I had coffee. I left.
You want coffee?
No, my coffee's in there.
Gary, bring in some coffee immediately.
Gary, bring me some coffee.
Hurry up. No, wait,
I'm just kidding.
no, he's got it. It's in the other room.
It's in the other room, the green room.
So where was I? So we were talking about New Year's Eve. You don't get
There it
together
is.
and
Oh,
you don't.
thank you,
there.
sir.
Oh, what do you drink? A black?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a real man.
Yeah, man.
I like to see that.
I mean, it is iced. But
So when you go on The Voice, all of a sudden things blow up because, like, I've had you on the show many, many times. Maroon 5, certainly a big success, and you were always a fabulous guest, and I always knew that. And, I actually get a little bit territorial. When I saw you on the show, I went, you know what, I fucking had that guy on 1,000,000 times. Now all of a sudden they're putting him on TV. I get a little jealous,
you were
maybe.
jealous?
I get a little bit jealous,
championing
maybe.
me before
I think
this
so.
all happened?
But so you get on there. Has life changed a lot for you now, and for the band?
Drastically.
Drastically.
And that's the weird thing about it was we get on the show and it was almost as if, we were big.
Right.
we had this whole
yeah.
career where it was like I thought it was almost in a weird way I wasn't nearly as big as I thought I was.
Right.
Because then this fucking thing happens, and I'm
Right.
like,
and you're
wow.
huge.
Well, what's the difference? You walk through an airport and people now all recognize you, and I mean, 16 million people watching that thing. Who's watching it, by the way? Is it little kids? Is it mostly women?
Kind of everybody. The feeling that I get. I mean, we live in a bubble, obviously, being in LA or New York. But
Right.
I feel like it's a pretty wide range of people watching, and yeah, there's like I feel like there's other kinds of famous, and then there's TV famous.
Right.
It's a whole other fucking thing that is kind of something I need to figure out and learn how to deal with.
What do you
I
mean?
said even Howard is going to go through a certain amount of that.
You're going to hate it.
I don't go anywhere, so it's fine.
But even when you do, you're gonna notice it because it is different.
What is it you hate about it? The paparazzi?
Listen, I don't want to be one of these guys that complains about it because it's not something to complain about.
Right.
But it's something that you need to kind of observe as like a different thing that happens to you, and you gotta, kind of.
What
adapt
happens?
To it.
Prepare me for this so-called TV fame.
No, it's not like it's not like I said. I'm not lamenting it or anything. I'm just saying it's.
I'm looking forward to it myself.
It's very flattering,
Yes.
just the fact that everyone wants to take their picture with you and stuff, but. It can be a little invasive.
So do you ever sit there and say to them, listen, no pictures now, it's I'm eating dinner, or you don't want to be a prick?
I mean, it depends what you're doing. If you're sitting eating dinner or something like that, I'll be like,
Are the paparazzi now chasing you?
I wouldn't say they're chasing me, but they're around.
They're more
much
aware
more
of you.
often. Yeah.
Right.
Which
And-
is fine. I don't care about that. No one's like, stalking me or anything like that.
Now, this hot chick you're dating, who's in sport, this is her, right? The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue?
That is her.
Madonna me, this is some hot
now,
chick.
what agency do you call?
Yeah,
when
how do you
you're-
get something like this? How old is this woman?
How do you know the agency number?
She
How old is
speed dial.
it? Let's get this story straight, because this is a romance. Her name is Anne, right?
Her name is Anne.
Last time you were
I
in
call
here,
her Annie. I like Annie.
last time you were in here, you had some other girlfriend, right?
Yeah, I need to bring this up. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
But that was like
Every
years ago.
time, but every time.
That
Every
was
time you
4
had to do-
years ago.
there was some other hot chick involved.
There was another one, I think.
No, that was one I brought my girlfriend in a few years ago, and that was the one time I ever brought.
You broke up with her when?
Gosh, like 3 years ago.
So you
Danny. Annie and I have been dating for 2 years.
Danny.
Dan, that's not
Danny is
it's like a
good.
name for a girl, Danny. I should get his kind of Danielle.
When you break up with a girl you dated for a couple of years, what's the parting gift? You can't just unload her, right? I mean, you've got to
Is there
lay
a
some.
parting gift?
What?
Yeah, you got-
Parting get what?
You got to lay
Is
some
it like
cash
a
on
game show?
her. You got to lay some cash on these girls.
Chris Fox said the best thing about that. He's like, when you're at a restaurant, you have a meal, you leave, they don't owe you a steak. Like,
No,
I'm
wait a
not a
second.
huge fan of the idea that you have to give someone a parting gift.
Adam,
I
you
think-
dated a girl
Yeah.
for many, many years. You were living together.
It wasn't that
Not
long.
really.
How many
No,
years
we
were
were
you with her?
we were never actually technically living together.
No?
No, we were together for year and a half or something like that.
But you're a wealthy man. When you break up with a girl, you don't give her a parting gift?
No.
You don't?
No, am I a bad dude? 'Cause I didn't
Is
do that?
Annie leaving? She heard.
Yeah, Annie left.
Honey, I'll give you whatever you want,
This girl.
but it'll never happen. 'Cause We'll be together forever and get married on a mountaintop.
How do you end it with these girls? Because they got to take it hard. You're a good-looking dude. You can sing. You got fucking money. I mean, you're a home run boyfriend. I'll go out with you. Crying out loud. I mean, what?
Now it's
How do
getting
you?
uncomfortable.
How do you let these girls down?
I don't know, man. I don't ever want to not be with the person I'm with. I think it's one of the, it's like sometimes
Do you say it
things
face
don't
to
work.
face?
Of course.
Or do you text?
Do you text, or do you have your accountant do it?
No, I don't text.
No. No, some guys text, and
That's fucking spineless pussy shit.
I've
I
broken
don't
up
like
with
that.
7 women over Twitter. Talk about spineless.
Over Twitter. Wow.
That's right.
That's like double spineless.
Don't come home, baby.
Wow.
I mean, these girls fall hard for you, right?
No,
I
I'm
can't-
a nerd. I'm not like very cool.
You say you like being naked a lot. You like to walk around your house nude and stuff. Does that
when-
go over big?
I like naked, maybe not totally naked, like my junk swinging around.
Right, right.
Naked-ish, underwear and stuff like that. I don't know. I like when I get home, everything like comes off.
And Annie too likes to be naked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, maybe.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't speak on her behalf.
She's some good. And
She's by the way, she's very beautiful and all that.
Dude, she's in Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Girl.
Yes, she's all of those things, but she's also just.
You gonna marry this girl?
Wonderful human being.
How long you been seeing her?
2 years.
2 years, and
this
you're in love.
This is the longest and most functional relationship I've ever been in. I don't want to screw it up, so I'm just going to continue to stay on that path.
Are you two living together?
Madly in love.
Madly in love.
Are you living with her?
Well, here's the deal. She travels constantly, and so she's always doing something. She's very successful.
So you don't live with her?
She has a place here.
What does she have that the last girlfriend didn't have?
I don't know. I don't think about things. No,
yes,
I'm going to be honest with you. No.
I know. I'll tell you what she has. I'm looking at it. Madonna, this is a perfect-looking girl.
This is going to sound maybe like I'm trying to get out of talking about that, but what the truth is that I don't. It's a case-by-case basis. You fall in love with somebody, and it kind of chooses you in a way, right? I mean, I don't think that I'm looking. There's no checklist in my mind.
Where do you meet a girl like this? Seriously, do you have to call a modeling agency? No. I mean, how does that happen? How does it all go down? Teach me.
Hey, Gary, can you ask my girlfriend if I can tell the story?
Bring her in here.
Come on, Annie. I knew it was
Annie,
inevitable.
come on in.
Annie, come on.
I mean, this is some score.
Yes.
Wow, honey.
Hi there.
Give me a break about you. Hi. How old are you? May I ask, or is that rude? I don't know.
You don't know any etiquette.
I don't know any etiquette.
She's 17.
Hi.
You're 17?
Such a pleasure meeting you. I'm such a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. How did you get tapped for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue? Because there's a stunning picture. I'm a photographer.
And that's a big honor, right?
And I will set up a shoot with you anytime and leave Adam home. Now, you're a professional model, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, you've been working.
It's been 11 years.
Well, how old were you when you started working on this modeling career?
Well, she told you 11 and she's 25.
Yeah,
you want to do the math?
Yeah, that'll take me an hour.
Yeah, I started at 15.
Oh, wait a second. 25 minus 10 is 15. But you say 11.
I'll be 26 in.
You were 14.
Her birthday is one day after mine, which is cool.
Oh, that's the reason.
I kind of get screwed because.
That was one of the things.
Are you in love with Adam?
Yes.
Do you worry that he will not commit to you for life, that he'll just use you up because he's in rock and roll and he'll go on to the next pretty girl kind of thing?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely
Why do you think it'll be different?
Because I'm the best.
Well, he is the best, and.
Then why hasn't he married you? It's been 2 years. And why is he not living with you?
2 years. How long did it take you to get married?
Oh, well, that's 100. I was married before. I'm a head case.
All right.
No, seriously, why are you not living with him?
Well, we kind of technically do. I mean, when I spend most of my time in LA anyway, so.
Right.
And then I have an apartment in New York, so we kind of do, but we both travel all the time.
Where are you from?
I'm Russian.
You're Russian, but
Yes.
your English is pretty damn good.
Thank you.
Not that I care.
She's been in that magazine. This is her 8th year.
Wow.
No kidding.
8th consecutive year. Yeah.
Good Lord. Do you have to like starve yourself before you go in to do a bikini shoot with and no top? I mean, you got to really starve yourself, right?
No, you actually. This is one job that you do where they don't want you to work out and they don't want you to eat healthy.
Is that right?
It's honestly, it's kind of a dream come true because you literally get in there and they're like, give you a huge donut and they're like, enjoy.
Really?
I mean,
that's a good job for Christina.
They like their girls curvy. Stop.
I'm just kidding with you. Come on.
They do, but I mean, I'm very kind of critical about myself, but I feel like I have like a pregnant belly in every single picture over there.
Stop it.
Because literally we've been peeing out.
Do they give you photo approval, or you just have to go with whatever pictures they decide?
You go with whatever.
It's not your thing to yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so now, how did you two meet exactly? Let me go into it now that you're here to talk about it, because everyone wants to meet someone like you.
Well.
Where do we go to meet girls
it's
like
so
you?
cliche, but it's so funny that it's worth talking about.
Go ahead.
So
I know what it's going to be. Mail order bride. She's Russian.
Yes.
You right away.
He found her in a magazine.
I went online and I'm like,
I want
how much?
How much for her?
We wrote to each other for a year.
Adam, how do you meet a beautiful girl like Ann? Seriously, she's hot.
Well, thank you.
Listen, you know it.
Once again, proving that the cliche is true. So our band was booked because I wanted to do this, because any artist wants to do this. We had the Sports Illustrated release party for their in like 2 years.
They didn't even have to
I'm not
pay
stupid.
you, right?
You know what I mean? They paid us money. I was like, I'll do it for free. I don't give a shit.
If I could sing, I'd go there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, cool, whatever. So it was in Vegas, and it was the launch of like the 2009 one or something, 2 years ago or something. And and we had met before. Do you want to tell that part? We can tell the PG, like the good part.
The
of
PG
it.
version.
Yeah. So I mean, this really is not. This is a PG story, but basically, it had all started maybe a year or 6 months before this night, the party night, when I had actually been going on a date with a girl, and it was kind of a casual thing. It was in New York. It was like a casual, you know, my friends, your friends kind of thing.
Right.
And the girl that I was going on the date, and that never really went anywhere.
Right.
But the girl that
She
I was
wasn't
going
a model.
on a date.
Of course, it's not
No,
going
she
anywhere.
was beautiful.
She was all right. She ain't you.
She's a sweet, wonderful, beautiful girl.
Yeah, but she's not a Sports Illustrated model.
Well, the one foolish decision that she made was to bring Annie to the date.
Oh, what an asshole! Are women friendly with you, Annie?
Yes.
They like you?
Yes.
Oh, God. If I was a girl, I'd never fucking hang out
Well,
with
we
you.
don't really know each other, but I'm pretty much like a dude.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
very-
you're just like a
very
dude.
much like a
yes,
dude.
you
Well,
are.
she's
Except
the
she doesn't
best
look
kind
like a
of
dude.
dude.
Yeah, you're the hottest dude I'm ever gonna fuck if I
She's
could
got
get near
breasts
you.
and
Are you out of your
vagina.
mind?
If she looks like a dude, I'm fucking a dude.
Yeah. Give me that.
What was the hell was I talking about?
Who cares?
Oh,
Okay,
so
the
go ahead.
girl brought
So it's kind of a funny
Annie.
story. So she
Right.
brings Annie, and Annie and I don't like each other at all.
No, not at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
No,
it's really true.
I'm not kidding.
Really true.
I'm like, what if stuck up? I thought she was a prison. I thought,
Why?
I don't know.
Well, he was, you know, I came there kind of as a emotional support to her. She was nervous.
You were winging her.
And, you know, I've never really went out with anybody kind of in a public eye before, especially a musician.
Is your friend mad at you now that you stole him away?
No, we're cool.
Oh,
we're cool.
okay.
Well, the thing is, so we go there, and I kind of like leave him to do his thing with her.
Right.
So
We had
he
our
thinks
blinders
that I'm
on.
kind
It
of
was
stuck-up bitch, and
Right.
I kind of think that he is some douchebag musician.
Right.
And
Well, he'll admit that.
Totally true.
Right.
you know, which whatever.
Had
And
you ever dated a musician before?
No.
Never. Okay.
No.
She had
I've-
no idea what she was getting.
Right.
yeah, I mean, oh my God, I so had no idea.
We just didn't hit it off though. We weren't supposed to. We were, you know, we was like almost as if there was one girl in the room I wasn't really
Yeah,
allowed.
we're like
to,
two of the best-looking people in the world. Why wouldn't you be? Wait till you have kids. Are you gonna have kids together?
So flattering. I want to have kids at some point.
You
If
use a
I-
rubber when you have sex? What do you guys use for birth control?
We use protection.
You do? Oh, you don't. So, Adam, you pull out? He pulls out?
This is not appropriate.
No, yes, it is, because I'm
Yes.
kind of like, I can't figure this all out. Like, you don't want to have
Do you?
kids yet.
You know, like I mean,
I
don't
use a
know.
rubber.
You do?
Yeah, because
We're-
I don't want to have kids.
I'll be vague enough by just saying that we're safe. Okay, I'm not going to talk about any more than that.
How are you safe?
We're safe. Just we have safe sex.
Annie
keeps
doesn't
her
want a
foot on
rubber.
the
But I
floor.
will say this:
Annie said she does not use a rubber. She gave me the face like I'm like a fucking
we do
idiot
not, because
for
I
using
think
a
that
rubber.
listen, here's my philosophy: is that as long as you have safe sex, whatever.
How do you have safe sex if you're not using a rubber?
No, he meant before.
Long years of experience.
Right.
He was
Re-
safe before.
Oh,
He pours Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
in
I
it.
don't want to talk about this anymore.
I mean, what is that?
Vinegar or something.
What do you guys do? Oral
it's
only?
safe. No, what?
So
Oral
how can you
only?
be safe if you don't use a rubber? So in other words, you pull
We
out.
control it.
How do you control it? Teach me, because I don't get it. How's everybody not having kids?
I don't know. I want to have kids at some point.
Yeah, not now. Both of you don't want kids yet,
so we
right?
don't have. We're good.
So how are you preventing
We
that?
have a very.
The pill?
We have a fail-proof system.
Annie, are you on the pill?
No.
Okay. He comes inside of you?
I have a magical penis that does not.
But you know
I
there's...
only send the type of sperm that don't
but
make
Adam,
babies.
Adam,
No, I
hold
don't.
it a
I, we're-
second. You know when you enter a woman, as much control as you
she
think
was
you
on
have.
the pill. You were on the pill for a while, and then you had to stop.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
basically, like,
and I
that's-
agree that
that's-
you should stop
the plan
because
is
it's dangerous.
My point of.
but
my
there's
point,
pre-cum.
No, listen. It's never good to do that. My point is, I would say yes, birth control. You should.
So
take
you
the pill.
guys pull out, and if you have a baby, you have a baby. If
We've
you
done that before, but like it's not the best idea.
So then what do you do? Explain it to me.
Birth control, but she stopped it.
But what birth control? So now you don't
Pill.
take birth control. So you're going to have a baby?
Leave us the fuck
No,
alone.
we're not gonna have a baby.
We're not gonna have a baby. Trust me, we're not.
Yes, you are. Because
No
you
one-
think when he pulls out, he's not going to have a baby with
We
you?
have safe sex. I promise.
Well, how is that safe?
Because it's good.
Why is everyone not? I use a rubber because I can't figure out. I don't want to have sex with a rubber.
I told you we were gonna have to talk about all this shit.
But what is there to talk about? We're talking about life, man.
It's safe.
I don't
It's
know what
safe.
you two are up to.
Well, look, you never know if it's safe or not, but you hope for the best.
All right, so you trust that he
That's-
can pull
yes.
out.
Absolutely.
And if he gets you pregnant, would you have an abortion?
You know, I think that's something that we'll probably have to talk about and make a decision together.
I say you have the baby.
I'll
a
tell you one
beautiful
thing.
baby,
I
right?
mean, it's going to be some
let me say
baby.
this.
Most people should get an abortion, but you two shouldn't. Most people have the ugliest fucking
The
kids.
rules that Rick Santorum was, they should be only for you.
Yeah, I mean, look at you two. Can you imagine the fucking baby that's going to come out? It
I would
can't be
love to.
ugly.
I want you to know I would love to have a baby.
How about the baby looks like me? That'd be
Oh,
weird.
God.
How about this?
They'll be like, what the fuck?
Let me,
How did that
let me
happen?
fix
How'd that
this.
happen?
Let me fix this so I don't look like a pussy for right now.
Go
Because I
ahead.
do want to say my piece.
You don't look like a
You're
pussy
right.
sitting next to her.
You're right. Well,
Right,
come
go
on.
ahead.
She makes me look good.
She makes anybody look good.
So we don't use birth control, and actually we do pull out and all that stuff.
Right.
But the way that I feel about it is if I wouldn't say God forbid, but if for some reason that were to go down, it would
Adam,
be
it's-
something that we'd have to think about, and I would be prepared because I love her so much. I'd be prepared to have a
But
kid.
isn't kind of, I mean, where do you put that stuff? On her stomach, or do you put it in your hand?
I go lots of different places.
You do?
It goes all over.
Yeah,
you should
gross.
see
And Annie, you
Blake
don't
Shelton's
mind?
house now.
Yeah,
yeah.
Blake Shelton's house is covered in
covered the walls.
jizz. Annie, where does he unload? I mean, it's gross, right?
Okay, stop,
Gross.
enough.
All right, let's get back to it. So get back to your romance.
I'm fucking trying to lie.
You see? You're not right.
We're like everybody else.
You're
I
on
mean,
NBC.
where do you do that? Same places.
Okay, by the way, yeah, I love it.
Oh,
She's
you
like,
do it in a condom.
I'm like, honey, do you want to come to Howard today? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, do you know what that means?
No,
hope
I'm
you
actually
understand.
really excited to see how much you can push us. I mean, that's really cool.
Isn't this a good discussion to have? What do we do
Oh,
if we have a
listen,
baby?
absolutely. I mean, first of all, it's
No one's
Thank God
discussing
you
this.
came here.
Adam doesn't know if he gets you
I-
pregnant what he's going to do.
Okay, I mean,
no,
also,
who knows? I mean, we
everybody,
all
time out.
have this kind of
Time out.
And
conversation.
you know you're going to have the baby.
Time out.
You know you are.
Time out.
Yes.
Okay, so
You're
I
like a
think
man
that one of the
drowning.
greatest things, one of the best things about having a girlfriend who you love so much.
I love her, and I don't
Is-
even know her.
Yeah,
I'm in love. I'm in
Why
love
did
with my
you
wife.
tell
but
us
I'm-
the best thing about it, Howard?
Yeah. How
You're
could you-
married.
I know, but who wouldn't be in love with you?
Well, thank you.
hard
Does
to
your
say.
wife
Lovely.
mind, by the way?
No, she knows I'm madly in love
Aw,
with her.
good.
And believe me, she loves it.
Let
You
me
should
say one thing
see
about
me
I'm
naked.
going to forget the thing I want. I want to say it before I forget. I was about to leave my mind. One of the benefits, one of the best things to being in a monogamous relationship is that you don't need to use a condom. To me, if
Right.
you love somebody and you are capable of dealing with that if it were to happen, then to me that's the beauty of having a relationship.
You're
is
absolutely
feeling,
right.
Feeling that.
But
you
here's
know?
my problem. I'm in a 12-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have kids. I can pull out. I've got some control. But there's sometimes you don't know things are dripping in there.
That's true. There is
Now,
there is
you've
the inevitable, like you never know what's actually
And
going
I've
down.
discussed with Beth. I said, if I got you pregnant, let's say I don't use a rubber. She said, I will absolutely have the baby. She does not. She believes in abortion for abortion rights, but for herself, she doesn't believe in it. She would, even if the baby's retarded, she's having it. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? I'll be walking around with a kid with an IQ of 12.
That baby's happening if it happens.
It's happening, and I'm like, oh my God! Now Robin's looking at my Down syndrome baby. She's making judgments. I mean, come on, it's a whole
Look,
fucking
it
deal.
won't be me you have to worry about. It'll be the rest of the world.
Everyone's like, oh, you know, I know what
Look
people
at
do when
Howard
they go
Stern's
home.
baby.
They
Well,
make fun.
Can't you find? You can find out all that stuff early.
Yeah,
now.
but she doesn't care.
Well, why aren't you guys having
She's
a
a
baby?
wonderful
You're going to
woman.
have such a great baby.
Can you imagine a retarded baby with my face? Can you imagine like
Why
a
are you guys
double
going to
whammy?
have a retarded baby? I mean,
Listen to me. Listen to me. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, you guys have to think this through. Annie's saying
I sat here and told you if it happened,
you're having the baby.
I would be. It's a conversation.
yeah.
Annie, you're gonna tell him now. You're gonna have the baby.
I think that there's pretty much no doubt that. I mean,
Annie,
who knows?
be honest with me.
She also has a lot of things to think about.
You're gonna
too,
abort his
I mean,
baby.
look, at the end of the day, it's like we both have our careers, you know? It's like,
Right.
and I'm not saying that you have to choose a baby over a career, but you have to be smart, you know? I've been doing it for 10 years, and our career is very limited. And
You do
kind of-
runway?
I do. I still do runway. I'm actually about to go to Milan today.
Do you have any
for-
major campaigns?
Yeah, I just got a few, you know?
What are you pulling down? About $1 million a year? You're some cat.
Probably more than that.
I don't know.
I-
Are you
I
pulling
love
down?
it.
Are you pulling down $1 million?
She's my sugar mama.
You're not kidding. Are you pulling down $1 million a year?
Yes.
Look at you. Oh, what a Maron. Wait, let me think. Hold on, I got to take a breath. Oh my God.
I gotta
gonna be
say,
okay?
$1 million, over $1 million,
it
and
really,
you look like that.
She's a successful model.
Jesus.
I will say the first time she kind of threw down and kind of bought me dinner, I was like,
Yes.
I kind of got a boner.
I love that. You're not kidding.
Big time.
I wish someone would buy me dinner.
It was
I'm
extremely-
always paying. Sucker pays.
It was attractive. It was very
That is
attractive.
very attractive. No one ever buys me dinner.
Aw.
Really?
She'll buy you dinner.
I'll buy you
Annie will
dinner.
buy you
There
dinner.
was a girl once. But she was a mess. I was actually a prize for her. Okay, listen. Let's get back to it. So, how did you meet again? Where were we in
All
the
right,
story?
Now that we've divulged all the
Yeah, this
intimate
is
details of our
sexy.
sex
I can't
life.
wait to get to the romantic part.
So basically, we didn't like each other.
Right.
And
When
this
you
was
hate
like
each
8
That's
months
so
ago.
great when you hate each other.
I didn't hate her. I was just
No,
like,
but you know,
I was
it's
just like, what
weird
the fuck? I was
because-
like, who do you think you are, kind of thing. And she was like, who the fuck do you think
Well,
you are?
you know, sometimes, I mean, people meet and they look at each other and they have no sexual chemistry whatsoever.
Are you saying you were not attracted
no,
to him?
not at all.
And I will
I
say
don't
this.
believe
Not
that.
at
I will
all.
say
Really?
this. I
Yes.
saw her and I was like, that is a really beautiful woman. Obviously, you can't not say, you can't
Right.
not think that when you walk in a room. But I wasn't. I was put off. We were both put off by each other's energy. I don't know what it is. I don't care how beautiful you are. There's something that it wasn't
This
there.
is the best story
Right?
because it's
So-
going to explode.
And he's not, and he was really not my type, really.
Of course not.
And well,
Now,
I mean, you're everybody's type, so yeah, you were totally my type.
so how does that all turn around? How do you end up asking her out on a date?
Well, here's what happened. It was pretty romantic, actually, and it's looking back, we always talk about it because it's one of those things that we
I
always like
can't
to
wait to get to the
discuss.
sex, but
So-
go ahead.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, my
You're not
God.
getting there.
I would
We already went.
explode.
Wait, we're going backwards. We already talked about.
How long can
where
you
we
hold out with
drop
her?
our- What?
Seriously, how long? When you're in bed, the actual coitus, how long does it last? 3 seconds?
No, it's a little like
Is he able-
7 seconds.
Is he able to hold out for a long time, or are you just totally
I hold that
dissatisfied?
for a long time. Yeah.
Don't most guys?
Okay, wait a minute. Can we time out again?
Wait a
Let's-
second.
we go
Don't
back to
most
the-
guys who are
Don't
with
you want
you,
the
don't they
romantic
explode
story?
in a second with you? I mean, because you're so hot. Like I couldn't hold out.
No, I mean you don't really
You can
want to
talk
be.
about other dudes
you don't
that she's
really want
hooked
to
up
be
with,
like
huh?
with someone who just thinks that you're hot. You know?
Oh,
It's
yeah, you
gotta
wanna be with me then.
I'm really.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm saying, how does a guy look at you and then
Well,
not
thank
and
you.
hold back? In other words, do most of these guys? Do you think sex is something that happens in 3 seconds?
No.
You do not. You mean there are men who can hold out with you?
Yeah, it should be that way.
How long do you hold out, Adam? Can you hold out 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoa. I still can't even hold out more than a minute with my wife.
Really?
Yeah. She's too hot. She's fucking hot.
Shut
What are
up.
you doing,
have sex for more
Howard?
than a
What are
minute.
you
It feels
doing?
good. I put it in and it feels good. And I
But
can have a
don't you
rubber
know how
on.
to manage things?
No.
You
I
don't.
can't
Like,
calm
but
down.
Do you like
You
you
don't.
can't like you can't
can't
say to
slow
yourself you can't control when
no.
you release.
No.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
can't.
So what does she get out of it?
Nothing.
So
I
why
guess.
is she?
I don't know. Can't imagine she gets anything out of it. What could she possibly get out of it? I'm done.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
He's got
You're
to be lying.
You're
He's
lying.
got
There's
to be
no way.
lying,
There's
right.
no chance
She's
that you are
walking
not
around
lying.
smiling.
I'm just
so
kidding.
He's got to
Yeah.
be lying.
I'm
There's
just
no way.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm really good in bed. No, she gets to look at me. Look how hot I am.
1 minute. That's sad. I hope that's not true. I
A
don't think
minute,
it
I'd be
is.
lucky.
Wait, can we talk about
All
the
right, so-
non-sexual part for 1
Yeah,
second?
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when do you meet
All
again?
right, so then we go back to this Sports Illustrated thing, and I know she's going to
Well,
be there,
no.
kind of thing.
Well,
Right.
just say that you guys dated and.
Well, you put your feet on the couch. I wasn't going to do
No,
that.
that's
Why?
okay.
Well,
That's all right. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get myself comfortable.
I know. I was going to do.
Do you
it.
mind?
I don't care what you do.
You have
Sorry,
no
my-
idea what's happening
Some
on
weird,
that couch.
gross
Yeah,
shit
do
probably
it.
happened on this couch.
Do whatever you have to do on that. I
Only
think
put
those-
your feet
I
on
think
the
your
Feet on the
boobs,
couch
too.
is definitely not a problem with that. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, the thing.
So you go to the Sports Illustrated swimsuit thing. You're playing the gig, and look who's there.
And
And I
you
know
know
she's
she's
going to
gonna
be
be
there. I
there.
know she's going to be there, and of
And
course,
he's there.
I'm probably in the position where I'm thinking this could be a really good night for me. I'm playing
Right.
this friggin' party.
Well,
And-
can I kind of
Is there
rewind a
another
little bit?
aspect I'm missing on?
Just a little bit. Well, pretty much the story was, I think the reason why we kind of really were supposed to be together, because the day of going to Vegas, I woke up and I pulled my back because I overran. I did New York City Marathon and I couldn't get up from the bed. So pretty much I knew that I have 3 days of walking in heels and 24/7 press.
Right.
So the only time when it didn't hurt is when I was drunk.
Right.
So I was drunk
So
all
I-
the
yeah.
time. And that's something that I don't usually do. Like, I'm
But
very professional.
it eases the back pain.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And because I couldn't sleep, I couldn't walk. I mean, I couldn't do anything.
How
So-
wasted are you for this runway?
So
show?
basically, what
For
she's
this
saying is
show?
she got so hammered she fell in love, madly in love with me.
So you were really
She was drunk
hammered.
enough to fall in love with me.
Are you so hammered you can barely walk?
No, no,
No,
no, no.
that's
No, you
control.
just,
Just to take the
control.
edge,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
That's hot.
she's binge drinking.
Yeah.
And it's basically, and so I
Would
show
you
up.
do a little coke too, or no?
No.
No.
A little hash?
Fuck
Yeah,
that. Ha-
no.
Coke's
No?
fucked. I never.
Coke's fucked?
That's
Hash?
not my thing. Not my thing.
Psilocybin?
Jesus.
shrooms? You ever do shrooms?
When I was a kid.
Yeah. Do you ever do shrooms?
Actually, I will
I've
say,
never done
I'll talk
it.
about
No?
that later if you want.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
But okay, you keep distracting me. I'm
All
trying
right,
to tell the thing.
well, it's not easy for me.
It
Hold
goes
on
from
a
like
second.
sex to drugs, from sex to drugs.
I know, man. Jesus.
You two ever do shrooms
My
together?
publicist is just shitting her pants in the other room.
You guys ever do E together?
No.
No? Okay, go ahead.
Hold on a minute.
So you're at the,
Okay, so we're
the
at the
show.
Party.
She's drunk. Go ahead.
You weren't that
No, I
drunk.
wasn't
by the
really
way.
that
She was
drunk.
She's feeling
totally
good.
fine.
She was just
She's
drinking.
exaggerating.
Right,
She
she's
was
buzzed.
drinking.
She's buzzed.
Well, maybe on a night when she wouldn't.
Right.
So I get there, and I'm there the night before this show, and I get there, and I walk into the section that they don't let people into because why would they? It's just all these it's all of them. They're all there, and
Whoa.
all my friends are with me, and their jaws are dropping, and my jaw is dropping, and I walk in, and the first person I see
Annie.
is Annie, and so I see her, and literally it was as if. You know, like in a fantasy where, like, you know, you imagine like the beer maid, or you have like someone with shots, the beautiful woman with shots. It would literally, if it was like, want a drink? You know?
And what's
it was-
Annie wearing? Like a swimsuit or something?
The first thing she did was this. She's like, so nice to see you. And I'm like, you don't like me. You know?
Right.
No, I try to be polite. I
She's
knew
being
they
polite.
I knew they were like recording an album, so I asked
Right.
how was the
Yeah.
album. You know, you kind
Bunch of bullshit talking.
Right, right.
Surface
Yeah.
conversation. And then we
Wait until you bang.
then the tequila started happening.
Yeah.
Right. And then we got loose and comfortable, and we're just talking, and we're talking, and kind of everything else is disappearing. And
we weren't really talking so much.
But
Right.
we're talking for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you know, the conversation's getting very personal. And my birthday's on March 18th. My birthday's on March 19th. It was just, everything was kind of leading in this direction.
Oh, yeah.
Of, holy shit! And we have a great rapport with each other, and we kind of forget about the fact that we didn't like each other.
But there's no making out or anything,
well,
is there?
Listen, but then
You started
the
making
interesting-
out?
Yeah, but listen,
Yeah.
here's the interesting part of this whole thing. The both of us in the past always we're very discreet. You know, I'm not the kind of person that's going to start like licking someone's face in public after just meeting them. That's just not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to just start making out with anybody in public right in the middle of this very visible.
No, I would. I
place.
don't care. If I can get it,
I'm
I'll
just
get
not
it.
like that. I don't like
Right.
to do that,
No,
and I
I
never
like
do.
that.
It's not my style, and I know it's not hers either.
Yeah, because I was working that there's pretty much, you know,
Yeah,
every
she had to be
single,
there.
So
every
you
single.
two are sitting there making out in front of everyone?
No, we're sitting. Actually, we're standing, just like.
I think it was one
going
of those
at
things. We
it,
did a shot,
kissing.
and we like somehow like magically, like my hand was on his back, and his hand was on like, and it's like the magic happened, and
Wow.
something just
Magic.
like.
Room went away.
I don't know. It sounds
Reenact
so
that.
cheesy and corny, but.
Well, it's not done yet. There's more. So,
Yeah.
so then that night's done. So basically, like I go back, and this is actually totally true. I'm not telling. This is not joking at all. Or lying. So I go back with her. I said, "Hey, I want to." And we're drunk at this point. I'm like, "Let's come back to my place." Of course, I'm saying dumb shit like that.
Right.
And she's like,
And I was like,
"She's
yeah.
No, I'm not coming back to your place, but you can come
Because
back
you
to
don't
my
wanna
place."
just-
I'm like, you can go back to our place because, well, my place, my hotel, but I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep with you. I'm like, you can come back,
Yeah,
but
because
I'm
Then
not
you're
saying
like,
anything with
yeah,
you.
And
because
I'm
then
like-
he doesn't think anything of you, you know, if you bang him right away,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I
So-
don't
so
do that kind of stuff anyway.
You don't bang right away. You never banged a
No.
guy after meeting him that night?
No,
Good for you.
never.
Well, you can afford to do that.
So we go back to her place.
A lot of girls have to get into the sack immediately. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, this,
I
by the way,
respect it, but
you're about to hear about the this tailspin she sent me into. So we go back to the hotel, and we're hammered, and we kind of make out, and it's really sweet and PG and like nothing.
Do you get
crazy.
any, you get to second base?
Maybe like second base. It was like
Yeah.
what's second base?
Titty.
titty, boob.
Boom.
Oh,
Sure.
Over the shirt or under the
Our
shirt?
shirts were off, our underwear was on. It was cordial.
So you're in underwear at the hotel.
And we're making out and kissing and stuff.
You
And
get
it's like
to-
very
you
cute
don't
and
get to
sweet.
third base, though.
Staring in each other's eyes, all the stuff that you do when you're falling in love. And
Did you get into third base?
No.
First night you only get to second base, but you're in underpants.
There was nothing going on over there. That was done. That was
You guys
drunk.
get to the hotel, the first date, you're in underpants, and you don't bang
Just
her.
being, but it's no, but well,
That's hot.
for a number of reasons. A, because there was no way she was going to let me, and B, because there was no way that my penis was going to work, no matter what I was going to do.
Oh, come on.
Oh, we were hammered.
You didn't have a boner when
But
you were making
just
out with her?
listen, a little.
Right. She didn't
But-
give you hand release?
Just no. There was no below the belt. There was
Right.
no below the belt at
No
all.
happy ending.
Did you go home and jerk off?
I didn't. Just listen.
All right, go ahead.
God.
I can't wait to get to that part. Yeah.
So we fall asleep and pass out, and then I wake up in the morning. I'll never forget this. I wake up in the morning, and she's gone.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, and first of all, her place is just a mess, which I thought was rad too. I'm like, oh, she's messy. That's so. Which
That's
she's
not rad if
but
you
she's
marry
not,
her.
But she's not messy.
I'm like
This
a
was
clean freak.
She was
Oh,
just
good.
working and putting all her shit on and leaving. So she.
That
also-
annoys the shit out of me.
No, she's not. Trust me.
But I could put
she's
up with
not
it.
messy.
I am
at all.
yeah.
Okay.
But so she's gone. I'm like, all right. kind of feeling a little bit like a girl, like I got used or something like that.
She didn't even say goodbye.
Fuck, I'm like, she's gone, and I don't remember what happened really. I really like her, and now she's just left now. And so
But that's hot that she left.
Oh, it's amazing.
She didn't annoy you.
She knows what she's doing. She's
right.
playing me.
She knows how to
No,
play.
I wasn't. I was working.
She's playing.
Baby, you know what you're doing.
She was playing.
You know what you're doing. Don't
so
worry
I'm
about
like, I'm so hungover, and it's noon, and I'm thinking to myself, what? So I left her a note. I don't know, some cute, stupid note, and I texted her because I had her number.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I texted her back.
Let's
Let's
go
have
for
lunch
lunch.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And she texts me back. She's like, I can't. Or no, she's like, yeah, come to here. I'm working, and I'm with 10 people, and come join. And I'm like, so then I kick in of like, I ain't gonna fucking do that. No
Right.
way. I'm going on a date with this girl. I'm not gonna go meet, be her
10 of
bitch
her friends.
and show up at the thing.
She wants to show you off, though.
She was kind of just be like, she was all about territory at that point. You were
Right.
you played well played.
Well,
my
I
love.
wasn't really playing, but it's like, it's always
was.
so awkward the next day. I was like, well, I was kind of like drunk. I kind of made out with this guy. I don't really
And you were in
know
your
who he is.
underpants, and you slept in the hotel together.
But like, I was like, I don't really know like if he's cool. I'm like,
What
I don't
underpants were
know.
you wearing? Were you wearing like a thong or just full panty? Probably. You probably wear a thong all the time.
I
right?
like my favorite is like I like the boy short, like the like the underwear.
Very few girls can pull that off.
That's
she
my
can.
favorite.
Yeah.
All right, so she's gone, and I'm like, great, this sucks. And it's noon, and I don't know where I am. I called tour manager, and I was like, dude, where am I? He's like, get in a cab
Go
and
ahead.
come back to this hotel. that you stay. So I leave, and I'm all disoriented, and I text her something. All right. I text her after. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll see you later. And I don't hear from her. And so then I go into the next 6 hours, and the party's that night, right? The
Right.
show. And then the next 6 hours are just agonizing. I'm like, why the fuck didn't she text me back?
Right.
Like, wow, she's not into it. I'm like, I lose,
And you don't lose often.
And I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh man. So I'm lying in bed trying to take a nap, and I'll never forget this too. I unplugged my phone in. And
Did you
like,
beat off at this point? Because
ferociously?
Ferociously,
course I did.
because you had a full load, right?
I wouldn't call it that. I would say that I was just.
Did you rip? How many tissues did you rip through?
You use tissues?
Of course. What do you use?
No, tissues.
What do you use? Your sock?
I can't do towels.
You jerk off into a towel?
Not into a towel. You clean
disgusting.
up afterwards.
But where does it go?
Yeah, I don't know.
But do you put it
To
on
a
your
magical
stomach?
land where it gets washed.
No, wait a second. When you jerk off into your hand or into the towel?
Well, like, no, not into. I don't jerk off into anything.
So where does all the load
Where does it go?
Where does
Who
it
jerks
go?
off into? You jerk off into something?
You're going to impregnate random hotel guests.
You gotta do the awkward stand up and find some shit to wipe it off on.
No, but where do you come? Where does it all land?
It
On the
lands
bed?
in the area, in the general area.
On you?
Yeah, well, no, not on me. I don't come on myself.
Well, where do you
What is it,
come?
on the
It's like in
rug?
the area of my shit, like,
Have you
Jesus
come?
Christ. Can you give me, you will not let me finish the story.
You know what? Annie's going to break up with you. She thinks that's
She knows.
Annie, have you ever seen him jerk off?
No.
Of course I did.
No, you didn't.
No, not like to completion.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Do you still masturbate, Adam?
Do I still masturbate?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You do?
I'm a
Okay, right.
dude.
Right. So
And she's never around, so
just
I
explain
masturbate
your
quite
technique.
a bit.
Right, she's never around, so that's good that you do that because then you stay faithful.
Of course, then if you're a guy and you don't see your girlfriend every day or all the time,
What's the longest separation? 2 weeks?
I mean,
6
we
weeks.
don't like
6 weeks.
That was
Wow.
the worst. That was like
yeah.
the worst thing ever. But
Right.
yeah, and we need to force. Sometimes you
hard.
need to be like, we have to not let 3 weeks go by.
That's hard on a relationship.
Sucks.
Yeah, it
one
does.
I would say, as far as we're concerned, the only thing that is the continuous problem. I mean, we don't have problems. That's the only one, is that we never see each other.
That's bad.
It's bad. Well, it's sad.
And he
She's off
almost-
to Milan right now.
I know she's
And he-
leaving. I have to go check into a freaking hotel.
Any almost breakups yet? Have you guys almost broken up?
We got close once. but
Really?
We're fine now.
What was the problem?
They talked a bunch of shit in the press about it, but it wasn't true.
What?
Just distance. It sucks.
You almost broke up?
Just because we were apart a lot.
Well, we didn't really break up, but, you kind of,
You cheated?
no.
Adam?
No.
What? Did you cheat?
No.
No, it's not about
was-
cheating. I mean, we
it was
don't give
distance.
each
It was
other
like, yeah, it
reason
was-
for that. But you know what? Because our relationship is so non-traditional,
Yeah.
and you have to kind of figure out is what we can give each other is enough. Because whatever we give, whatever we can give to each other, we're all like, he's all mine, I'm all his. But unfortunately, we can't give each other 9 months out of the year.
Physical
But when you're away from him, are you attracted to other guys?
No.
You can say that if you are. If you
No. I mean, I would. I don't care.
Men are
think
attracted
you
to
are.
other women. I'm attracted to other women. You just don't act. You just don't do anything about
Right.
it. You have blinders on. That's how you do it.
Get
You're either
back
in
to your
it or you're out of
masturbation
it.
for 1 second, because I got to clear this up. You come on your junk and then you wipe down with a towel.
For Christ's sake.
I just want to be clear on that.
You make it so dramatic, like then you wipe down.
Well,
with
why
a
not
towel.
do what I do? I have a tissue, and then everything goes
But the
in there.
tissue's like shit. Like the tissue breaks off, and it's on your dick. It's
you
like-
put 3 tissues together.
No,
You
gross.
blow into there.
It's very bad for the environment.
I did it, and I flush it away, and then all the evidence is gone.
No, oh, see, I don't give
want
a
a
shit about
towel.
evidence.
You
I'm
don't?
like,
You're leaving this stuff all over hotels.
I don't care.
Oh my God, Annie, don't you think that's gross?
That's the beauty of a hotel. You leave, you're gone.
Don't you think it's wrong to come into a towel and then leave it for the
It's no
chambermaid
different
to
than
touch?
being sweaty on a towel. It's just a different type of fluid.
Yeah, it's true.
I think no, Annie, you don't approve of that.
The towel is
Why
standing in
don't
the
I-
corner.
That's not
The
right.
towel is fucking, yeah. It
So,
stands
all right,
up.
get back to your story. So then she doesn't text you back. You don't hear from her, and you're like, oh, man, I lost this beautiful girl.
Yeah, okay, so then I'm just like, it sends me into a total, like,
You're obsessed.
I'm like, damn it. So the show's that night, and I'm like, whatever. And I start being all macho about it. I'm like, well, she's just crazy.
Right.
In my mind, I'm not saying this out loud.
Who needs her?
And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'll see you later.
I'll get lots of other girls.
So I come to the show, and I'm feeling pretty bad about myself, and I I show up, and then we're doing the show, so we have to do the red carpet thing, and go on the thing, and she's like I'll never forget this, because there's an escalator that goes right after the carpet, right up the thing, and she was right before me. She's walking up the escalator, and I'm on the carpet, and I kind of look over, and I see her, and I'm like kind of doing one of those things, and she kind of looks at me, and she's like this, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Well, now it's not over, you know what I mean?
Well, you're in the game.
So then I play the show, and like, I swear to God, I'm just not this kind of guy, but then I'm thinking about her the whole time. And then the second the show is over, I'll never forget this. There's all these amazing moments that I remember so vividly about the whole experience, but there's this, they always quarantine the models. It's like they have these big Sports Illustrated parties, and then, of course, no one can get near them because they're in this little jail, like,
Right.
10 rows above everybody. And they're all dancing and having fun, and I'm thinking, I know she's up there, and I kind of see her, and I'm standing here like a schmuck, looking up, trying to find her. Looking for her actively, in the middle of the crowd, which is another thing that I wouldn't necessarily normally do. But
Right.
just being like, where the fuck, I'm finding this woman, like, where is she? And she comes out, and I look at her, and I'm just like, get down here. And she comes down, and then basically what happened was, that night was incredible.
What do you mean? Where'd you go?
We just went out. She had a bunch of stuff she had to do, too, for the
And you
rest
guys
of the-
banged that night?
Nope.
No.
Bullshit.
No.
Swear on my
You're
life.
kidding.
I couldn't. My back was off. Like,
Yeah, that's another
I
thing,
mean,
too.
it
She was literally
So
crippled.
then what'd you do? Lay around in your underwear again and just like touch each other?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think
kinda
that
hot.
night we
Yeah.
got so drunk, I think we almost got married or something.
We did almost get married.
Yeah.
I was like, let's get
So
married.
how long did you guys wait before you had intercourse?
About a week.
A week.
No. Was
10
it a
days.
week?
A week.
No, like 10 days or 2 weeks or something.
2 weeks is the time. That's it. Let's find out what's happening here,
Want to hear the craziest thing, though? The best
Yeah.
part about the whole thing? Well, there's another thing, which is basically like after we had that night, and she was really hurt. Her back was really messed up. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't barely move.
I could get her to do something.
I'm sure you
Believe
could.
me. I could. I'm
sure
like,
you
back
could.
schmack. Let's get busy. You
Get
just
a brace. I'm coming
Yeah,
in.
you know what? Lay there and I'll move.
Well, it was actually probably a good thing because we were so alcoholic for that whole experience that I probably would have never been terrible. But so basically, we waited. We didn't sleep together. And then what the crazy part is, I got pretty bold, and I told her, I said, I want to go back. She's like, I got to go back to New York. And I'm like, I'm coming with you.
Right.
And she was kind of weirded out by that. But
So for 2 weeks you're like just fucking around,
we
right?
left Vegas together, and we've been together ever since.
So for 2 weeks it's just like foreplay.
No,
Extended
Well, pretty
foreplay.
much
It was
what-
like a week, maybe.
No, it was kind of really bold because we didn't sleep together, and then he came to New York to take me out for Valentine's Day. He literally stayed a night in New York, and then he left like on Monday morning, and then I did some show in New York, and then I packed all my bags and went to LA with my dog
But
on
Annie-
Monday night. It was like, you know what? It was like
But
one
girls
of
need to know. So when you're with a guy, and so for a week or 2 weeks, you're not going to have sex with him, but you got to put out a little bit, right? So you got to use your hand on him a little bit or something, right? Because he's got a full load in
Aside
there.
from the fact that we need to we need to stop
You know
being
what?
so
Is it
specific.
oral for 2 weeks?
No, I was just messing. I was like fooling around. Yeah, shit like that.
Oral stuff like that?
No, I don't know. I don't think we even went there. I mean, honestly, like I think everything happens
You didn't
for a
go there
reason.
for the 2 weeks?
No, you did. You did.
You did. You blew
No.
both.
Went
Yeah,
there.
you-
Or maybe it wasn't 2 weeks. Maybe it was like 10 days.
So you guys
so-
69 for 2 weeks?
There was one thing
That's hot.
before we were to commit to each other, we both
Right.
knew that we had to have sex.
Right.
That was kind of like, in a weird way, going to be.
Well, you gotta know you're
if the sex
compatible.
was going to be compatible and amazing, then we knew we were going to be.
But doesn't that put too much pressure on the whole sexual act?
No, because we didn't wait too long.
Was it good right away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten better.
Annie, you
but
had an orgasm the first time with him? Or you had
No.
to build into
No.
it?
took a few times.
Adam, were you disappointed in yourself that you couldn't give her an orgasm?
A
at
little
first?
bit.
Yeah, of
A little
course.
bit.
Yeah,
I
that
was
sucks.
like, that's. But then you kind of, if you have a good sexual relationship with somebody, you figure out everything and you know certain things.
You got a big schlong?
I knew you were going to.
Oh my God, I was so knew you were gonna
Does
I
ask.
was
he
like,
have
when
it?
he asks if I have a big dick, what should you say, honey?
Well,
it's fine. It's good.
Is
It's
he the
not
biggest
huge.
you've ever had, Annie? Is he the biggest you ever had?
Definitely not.
No.
Who was bigger, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Shut the fuck up.
Didn't you date him?
No.
You didn't date him?
Oh, you're too
I thought you went
funny.
out with him.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
You didn't?
No.
Adam.
I mean, come on, don't don't.
I read that.
All this
Yeah,
shit.
of course it's like
How much
everybody
shit do you
writes
read
so
about
much
yourself
stuff,
that ain't true? It's just like
Everything's true. I don't know.
liar. Unless it's about you, everything's true.
No, I've had terrible things written about me that were not true. Like I bought a
Yes.
stripper a car. I'm not going to buy. When I'm so lame, I got to buy a stripper a car.
See, didn't that bother you?
Yeah, of course it did.
So,
So what? Do you guys ever discuss each other's sexual past? Do you ever sit there and go
a
through the
little
names?
bit.
Yeah, of course.
So there's got to be a couple of names in there.
no,
know?
I mean,
He's got more than me.
Yeah.
well, that was the whole thing too. Is I had to really I've been such a whore bag in the past that I had to like really make her understand that I was not that one of those things, and it
This
was.
is exciting. This is so exciting.
See, I'm like I'm so boring now.
Will you guys try anal, or will you not go there?
No, I don't want to.
Annie, you don't want to try it?
My experience with that has always been like you get to a point where like let's try something, and then you do that and it's like
Annie, don't do it.
It's not good.
You're too pure.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I wouldn't
It's not,
do that
I'm
to
not
you.
into it. That's not. I don't like it.
Annie has the kind of lips. You know all these women who get injections in their lips, they want big lips? Like you have that naturally, right? Like women want your lips.
Yeah, but when women get injections, it doesn't look like
No,
that.
it doesn't. Looks all messed up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, I tell her this every day. By the way, I'm not just saying it because I'm
Right.
doing it in public, but you are incredible. She's so beautiful.
If Annie was, God forbid, in a fire or a car accident and disfigured,
I told her I wouldn't be with her anymore.
you would break up with her, right?
Yeah, I
okay.
told her
Annie,
that.
just
I-
realize
What
that.
an asshole.
I told her that. I told her that within 6 months.
That's right. Hey,
No, you didn't.
We joke around about that all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
I told him if he ever cheats on me, I'll cut his balls off.
She did say that.
All right.
Well, you know,
Scared
why
now.
would you-
It's
At
kinda
least
like a
you know
joke.
where
Every
you
time,
stand.
Can I
every time
tell
I
you
leave town,
something?
she goes like this.
She makes a clipping. Why
Scissor
would you?
mark.
Why would you cheat on her? You know what? Let me tell you something.
Why would
Guys
anybody cheat
fuck
on
up
her?
everything.
Yeah.
I was telling Robin earlier this morning. I went to a party and I met Sandra Bullock over the weekend.
Well, that whole thing is crazy.
And this girl is sexy and successful, beautiful. I mean, I'm standing. I go, this Jesse James, like Paul McCartney said, you took your lucky break and you broke it in two. Sure. When a woman like that loves you, what's to cheat? How many women do you need, Adam?
I know.
Right? You're gonna fuck it up. Don't fuck up with her.
Don't say I'm gonna fuck
Ask
it
her
up.
to marry you right now.
Stop
I'm
it.
serious, man.
I already
Don't let
asked
get
her the
away.
first night we met in Vegas.
Annie.
Hammered.
Will you marry me?
Who are you
You're
asking
married
for?
already.
For Adam.
You're already married.
Will you marry Adam if he asks you right
I've never
now?
had someone else propose for me.
Annie,
before.
if he asked you right now and got down on one knee, would you do it?
He's not gonna do it.
He might.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
Yes, you will.
We don't want to get
We're
married right
discussed. Yeah, we're discussed.
I have a preacher
that.
in the next room. He's ready to do
Oh,
it.
He
yeah.
can perform the ceremony right,
Right.
now.
Well, you two
Gary,
are-
That would be
do
a
it.
really trippy wedding. That would be pretty.
Andy,
amazing.
That would
describe-
actually be a great wedding.
Andy, describe your outfit real quick for the guys at home. I see the bra is part of the outfit. In other words, it's a tank top, but the whole bra is really the outfit. Am I correct?
No,
It's a fabulous look, Robin. You need
I
this
think it's
look.
a
I know. I'm
classy-
going to go in the bathroom and tear my shirt right now.
Yeah, tear your shirt. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful look. Let me tell you. Well, Adam, what a life, huh?
Man, my life is.
Should
not
everyone
bad.
become a musician? Is this what happens when
Learn an instrument.
Learn an instrument. God,
Yeah.
my piano teacher, if he'd only not committed suicide.
I'll never forget the one thing I heard. I don't know who said it one time. I've heard someone say this, but they said, you know, everyone's like, oh, you got into music for the girls and all that stuff. It's like, no, I didn't join a band to get girls.
Right.
I stayed in a band to get girls.
That makes sense to me.
Which is the best thing, because it's totally true. You think, because I was like I was 14, and by the way, being in a band back in the day didn't mean it was not cool. It wasn't very cool. You were outcast in a way. I remember it was like, now it's everyone's in the band, and everyone at band camps and all that shit. But when I was a kid, it was like you were lame if you weren't a football player or a job.
Right.
And so, you're not cool, you're dork. It's basically like you're no different than like a D&D kid. You're just like, oh, like Nirvana, you know what I mean? And everyone thinks you're weird.
What's your schedule like on The Voice, by the way? Because I'm pretty big. I'm going to San Francisco this week, and this, I got a whole itinerary. But The Voice seems to be way more involved. Like, how many days? It's a lot of days.
Well, the difference is, I think, because we do a lot of stuff, you
mentor.
off the set of the show. Yeah, we do this all
Right, yeah.
It is, I have never been so unbelievably consumed by so much work.
Do you care if you win? I mean, you won the first season, right? Your person won. Do you care?
My pride and my ego wants me to win, but in a weird way, deep down, I kind of know it doesn't so much matter if it's my team or whoever deserves to win should win.
Are you personally hurt when you hit the buzzer and you turn your chair around and then they pick CeeLo or Christina? Like, does that feel like a smack in your head?
Well, no. I mean, I think that it comes down to because it's funny. To me, it comes down to if I want someone desperately,
right?
In my mind, I only missed out on that maybe once or twice.
Right. I noticed this season you were kind of passed on a couple of times. I was surprised you were the winner the last time.
I was surprised I was passed on a couple. There were a couple that I really, really wanted that I didn't get. But I think that, everybody else got hip to the whole thing. It was almost kind of like last year. I heard Javier sing, and I think that I might have been one of the first coaches to snap into the competition.
Right.
I kind of thought. I got right into it, and I think everybody else we were all deer in the headlights, because we were all like,
yeah, because I remember when you got him, you were like, yeah.
Yes. I was like, I got the whole thing.
Yeah.
Done.
By the way, you talk about deer in the headlights. I going into this experience of doing America's Got Talent, Howie and Sharon have been doing it for years.
You must have been kind of like, what?
I walked in and I was like, well, I just figured I watched the show, so I'll know what to do. But it's like, I was like, whoa, this is a whole different scene than what I thought it was going to be. And there's a certain learning curve,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe I picked up on it because actually, I was just kind of concerned with whether I was even going to be inspired at all. I was worried that I would find nobody.
But you got caught up in it, didn't you? Because I'm in a lounge arguing with Howie and Sharon about the talent. I realized I'm caught up in this thing. I really want to find big talent.
You can fight the whole thing if it's a good show and it's something that's worth a damn, and you think to yourself, wow, this is really special. You get totally wrapped up in it.
Don't you think the prize money on The Voice is a little bit weak? $100,000.
I actually like that, because what bums me out, and I don't like the. I don't like how Simon kind of bloated that whole $5 million. I will say I don't like to say bad things, because, to be honest with you, we're not in competition, in my opinion, with anything.
Right.
But it's our own little world. But I don't like that. I don't think that if you win this competition, you should be anything other than kind of pushed to get somewhere in a weird way. I feel like I'd rather have that be the beginning or the catalyst to propel you into a career.
In other words, that's your forum to get your career off the ground.
Yeah, you don't want to be. I don't think it's a good thing, because I had to go through. I ate a lot of shit for a long time.
Right.
And I feel like
that's important.
Absolutely, you should.
When I was at America's Got Talent, there was a band that came out, and I said to him, I said the Beatles went to Germany for a couple of years. I said, I think you guys need to go do that for a while, And
that's great advice, because this is the generation, like the instant gratification generation of like,
they want to be.
I want to be big tomorrow and all this stuff. But we went on tour in a van for 2 years before we had any success. So.
Aren't these shows though a shortcut in a sense? In other words, maybe someone could really cram and get a huge career going.
If somebody knows what to do after the fact, that usually changes a lot about what happens after the show. Because I can only help for so long. It's where it's we're dealing with that with Javier Colon right now, the guy who won.
Yeah, he has an
struggling
album
a little
out,
bit.
right?
And
Yeah.
I've talked to him on the phone the other day, and the most important thing, and I'm still helping him out, and I think we're gonna make it all work. But the most important thing is you got to learn how to kind of play ball after the fact. Because look at Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson's a great example of somebody who could sing anything. She amazingly talented, but if she hadn't had the right song,
she would never be
at the right
anything.
time, she might not have had a career.
Right.
Since You've Been Gone is an amazing song.
Right.
It came out right at her absolute peak when she was the hottest she ever was. All eyes were on her, and that is a monster song.
Of course,
if you don't have that to happen at that time, it's really hard to kind of keep people's interest.
Right. The guy who won The Voice, I mean, he's a great singer, but he's got to have a song.
There's a very big difference between what makes someone the winner of a singing competition
and there's or an artist.
Were you
that's gonna
annoyed
have a
with
long career.
Randy Jackson? He came out and said, he got a little competitive. He said American Idol or Hitmakers, The Voice, he was knocking you guys. He said The Voice is for people who have been passed over already, and it's giving them a second chance. So,
Yeah,
so
and
that pisses you off.
I thought it was a silly thing for him to say, considering where Randy Jackson came from. Because Randy Jackson, second chance, was American Idol.
Right.
Randy Jackson, I don't care what he says about this, and I love him. I love that guy. He's great.
Right.
But it was a little irresponsible because when you think about it, a guy like Randy benefited so much from America, I mean, beyond so much,
Right.
that I find it odd that he attacks The Voice for being too second chancey. You know, you're like, okay, well, like, look what happened with you, man. Like, that's like shame on you a little bit. It's
Right,
like,
and
man,
also,
you kind of
why attack those contestants in the sense that they want a break too? Everybody wants a break, and the more the merrier, right?
absolutely, and
Right.
also to me, the most well-adjusted, kind of balanced, successful people in our business are the ones who didn't have success in the beginning.
What do you, some of these shows that come on, these talent, now everybody has a talent competition. Some of them are successful, some aren't. What is the difference? Like, why is The Voice successful and so many fail? Is it the chemistry between the judges?
I think it's for the same reason why I think America's Got Talent's gonna kind of like I just feel like because now you guys have your thing going on.
Right.
I think the chemistry at the core of it, if the chemistry's not there, it's never gonna be. It'll never be able to transcend and be like it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
That's huge. That has to be there. I think that there needs to be, for lack of a better term, I'll just say gimmick, even though gimmick's a shitty word to use.
Right.
But like there needs to be something that is somewhat left of center of what all the other things do.
Right. The show needs to have something special. You've got the chair and you're mentoring.
And with The Voice, what's cool
right.
about that is like you've got that, and you don't see them, and you turn around, and then once you turn around, it's the pressure's on them picking you.
Right.
And I don't like the idea necessarily. I might not have done the show if it had just been a thing where I was sitting on a throne and saying, I don't like you, or I like you. But when you become vulnerable as an artist and someone that doesn't need to become vulnerable,
right.
I think that's really cool. I would watch it because it's kind of an interesting twist.
Do you have a spinning chair at home so you can practice?
I do.
You do?
I do. All of my chairs spin.
All right, listen to me. What did we learn today? What have we learned? We just talked for over an hour.
That Adam uses a towel.
And he doesn't use a rubber.
You're so clever how you get in there.
Right.
It's like all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck am I talking about?
So, listen, Annie, you want to plug anything? Besides Adam, do you want to plug any upcoming?
She can't even hear you anymore.
do I
She's
want to
looking
go
at
and
Adam.
pimp myself out?
No, you don't have
God.
anything you plug in? A beauty line, products, nothing?
No,
All
she
right.
doesn't. She doesn't need it. Look at her. She's on top of the world.
No, I'm doing good. I just finished writing a book though, so I'm
No
excited
kidding.
about that. Yeah.
About Adam's penis. What is?
It's called Average Can Work Too.
Hey, are you average?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, me too. I'm below average. Okay.
Can
What
I
is
just
the
say
book
one thing about
Annie?
penis size? Because you talk about your dick all the time.
Yeah, mine's small. Oh, it's like a
which
button.
is another lie. There's
No,
no way.
it's like a button.
You're like a giant person.
No,
There's
it's a giant person with a button.
Fuck outta here. If it's here's my opinion on dicks is that if it's not the biggest and it's not the smallest, chances are it's all right.
Yeah.
Right?
It's perfect.
When I'm hard, I'm.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're absolutely right.
When I'm hard, I'm 6 inches, but when I'm soft, like a half an inch.
6 inches hard. There's nothing wrong with that.
Half an inch, yeah. You got it right. Just like that.
You probably can't even stand up
You're a
with an
grower.
erection.
You're a grower, man. You're a grower, not
I'm
a
a
shower.
grower. That's right. That's right. Big deal. Who cares?
It's much more convenient to be a grower, not a shower.
You bet.
You tuck it away, you know.
Adam, so much to talk about. Annie, even more to talk about, but time has run out.
All right. Thanks
The
a lot,
Voice
you
is
guys.
the show. It's always great seeing you. I'm very happy for your success, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I like the show you're on. I like the choices you're making. I see what's happening.
You're all in the NBC family.
We're in the NBC family. We were
I kept
talking
thinking about private
you.
parts when I thought about you joining up. I was like, WANB.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. I'm at a party.
He's
we
back.
had a judges' dinner the night before we started shooting America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And they're like, Howard, welcome to the NBC family. We're so happy to have you. I said, listen, guys, I've been with the NBC family. You fuckers kicked me right out the door.
I was about to say when I heard you go back to NBC, I'm like, you gotta. How's that feel?
But
you
they're
know?
like,
Full
hey,
circle.
it's a whole different regime.
And they gave you like a fucking bajillion dollars.
That's right. Let bygones be bygones.
Exactly.
Annie, what is the book going to be about?
It's a children's book.
A children's book?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You don't even have children and you're writing children's books.
I know. I love children. Though.
It's more up. Yes, you love children, and soon you're going to have one because Adam won't wear a rubber, and he thinks he has some sort of control.
Oh my God! I can already see this backlash.
No. All right, listen. That's it. That too. You ever bring any of your girlfriends around, Adam, or you keep them away?
Oh, absolutely. Of course I do.
Would
I
you
mean,
ever
we're
do-
all like big happy family.
Will you
Yeah.
ever do a threesome with Adam?
No.
You won't.
No,
Would you want that, Adam?
I mean,
No.
listen.
Go ahead.
No, I'm smart.
Wait, what's
That's
the
why
lesson,
I wouldn't
Annie?
want that.
Well, I think it's always. I totally respect that. I think it's at one point it's going to get a little weird for
Right.
someone.
Have you ever been with another girl?
No.
Would you like to try it? Are you curious?
No, I'm pretty happy.
No, too bad.
Satisfied, you hear that?
Yeah.
I will say that, yeah. If threesome thing, it's like the grass is always greener. That I don't trust that whole fucking thing.
Take her to a strip
Eventually it's
club.
gonna
Let's see
go.
what happens.
I've been to one.
Why don't
she
you go
loves
to? I'll
some-
take you to one. Never mind him. No, seriously, take her to a strip club. You know, everybody starts screwing around. They're going to go nuts for her in there, and then before you know it, something's going to happen.
No, it's,
You know.
it's a slippery slope, all that shit.
I
Sounds
know.
great, but it's not great.
Want to know something? I took my wife when she was my girlfriend to a strip club. We went, and it was a disaster.
Yeah,
I,
if you really love someone like on that level, you're
The
kinda
girls were like
"Oh."
all over her, and I got jealous.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I don't know if I'd like that either.
No.
Kind of pissed me off.
I blew a load in my pants. It's the first time that ever happened to me. I didn't even. No one touched me, and it spontaneously happened.
It's just hard for me to
Doesn't
believe that you
happen,
blow a
actually.
load
The first
under a
time it
minute
ever
having
happened.
sex.
Are you
have a
dead
small
serious?
penis.
I'm
you're a
dead
liar.
serious. I was watching them like go crazy for her, and then like I was kind of like leaning up against her back, and suddenly I blew a load in my pants. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Does that ever happen though? I mean, does it happen when you're like 12 years old? I mean,
Well, they
Does
claim
it?
there are wet dreams. I never had one. I only have wet nightmares. All right, look, we've
You
got
wake
to.
up crying and you come all over yourself.
Oh,
dear,
so
what's
much,
wrong with you?
So much. Give my love to CeeLo,
I will.
the country guy, and Christina.
Blake
Blake
Shelton.
Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Blake.
Whatever.
Country.
he's
I'll-
awesome. You actually would really like to have him on a
I
show.
would
You should
have
try
him.
it.
You
Sure, bring him.
you really would. He's amazing.
I want to find out if he comes in a towel.
Oh, he'll tell you.
Hell yeah.
He'll be way more honest than me.
I want to meet him.
He'll tell you everything.
All right, look,
tell you
we've discussed a lot, probably too much, and we'll take a break. Let you guys out of here. You go do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to go. Yeah, Adam Levine comes in towel.
It's a headline. We'll be back right after these words. Thank you, you guys.
Thank you.
It's
Such
great.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Bye, guys.
Pleasure meeting you. Bye, Ron.
Adam, Annie, that was a marathon.
Shit.
I mean, your longest interview to date, I'd have to.
How's it going? Yeah, my pleasure, man. I love it.
So
Is everyone okay?
Annie, may I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
So Adam attempted to sort of warn you about what to expect. Were you adequately prepared for, Howard's line of questioning and?
I mean, I've listened to Howard. I mean, it was really fun. I was really excited to meet him, and I usually I would be really kind of not okay to go to this kind of things, but it happened that it was our last day with Adam, and I don't know, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
You said you enjoy the way he, when Adam was attempting to warn you about Howard, you sort of liked Howard's honesty and the way he goes about questioning. Even though you said you might be shy in a normal setting telling the story, there's something about the way Howard asks the questions and brings you into the conversation that you enjoyed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, that is what is fun about the show. But the thing is, you don't have to say anything. I mean, if it's something that you're not comfortable with, you totally don't have to say anything. But it's like no one really asks that kind of stuff, and it's fun. It's fun to talk about it because I don't think we said anything too crazy or too dirty or. I mean, it's like a normal, everyday stuff.
No, not at all. But it must be a little bit difficult going from the green room, not sure if he's going to talk to you, and then you're sort of thrown right into the mix.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm kind of, I think I'm like, it's like talking to a friend. I mean, he's a fun person to talk to, and we had the same conversation that I would have with a friend, really much.
He makes it that.
I would probably say more curse words if I was with a friend. I try to refrain myself over
Yeah,
there.
you kept it very PG.
Yeah, I tried.
You walked the line.
But
very
then,
nicely.
it was like talks about the towel, and then it's like, oh God, there goes the PG.
Here we go again. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Eddie. It was nice
Thank
meeting
you,
you.
thank you. How'd it go?
I think we survived. How did we do? I did talk about some disgusting shit, but What are you gonna do? It's Howard. He just works his way in there. It's amazing. Next thing you know.
But he's so smart about it because he talks about something so PG and then he goes into like total.
He's pretty
R.
good, but then
He's
all of a sudden
really
you're just
good.
talking
You're like,
about
oh.
shit you never thought you'd talk about. You know, and you're so careful with everybody else. You know, you're like, you think that you're fine, and then all of a sudden you're talking about gross shit. Well, it's fine.
But Adam, you're a big fan. You know that by giving a little bit of being open and honest with him, it leads to a better overall interview. It makes it easier actually on you.
Yeah, he pushed harder this time than he usually did. I think like we were performing and stuff last time. He was a little more, in the, you know, we weren't as close and physically when we were talking. He got there. He got what he wanted. We gave him everything.
Well, you attempted to tell one story about how
I
you
couldn't
guys
even tell a
met.
story about how
Right.
we met. But it was great. It was a great. It was good radio, as they say, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, guys.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
You'll get a raise now.
Wait, baby.